Hello crafty friends and welcome back. I have another layout for May I Scrap Lift You, and today's layout I scrap lifted this one from Michelle McCants, and I am actually shrinking it down to a 6x8 layout, and I do like to mix in multiple sizes within my 12 by 12 albums, and this is one that will be in a 12 by 12 album, but the layout will actually be within a 6 by 8 Simple Stories pocket protector, and the holes actually do match up to the same holes in a 12 by 12 We Are Memory Makers album. So if you haven't given that a try, why don't you give it a try and see how you like it? So this one comes together actually pretty quick. That I am documenting 3 cute pictures of my grandson Cody and my husband. So Cody and Papa, that Papa was in charge of getting Cody to daycare that day, and it happened to be Hat Week at daycare. And so they both had their hats on and took some cute photos before they went to school. So as you can see, I have 3 photos, but obviously this is a very small canvas, and these are, well, they started out as 3 separate 3x4 size photos. So I do put the 2 down first, and now I'm going to work on creating a pocket for the 3rd one to hide back behind. The other difference from my scrap lift is that you're going to see I shrunk down from 5 strips of paper to 3, and these were all pulled from my scrap bin. So including the background, the white chevron background page, that everything was a scrap in my scrap bin, and I pulled the colors basically from Cody's sweatshirt. That the dinosaur has that orange, that purpley blue color, and his hat is green. So I just pulled inspiration for my colors from the photos. And I really, one of the reasons why I did do such a small layout with these photos is because I didn't really have a lot of embellishments to go along with these photos. So really I just went small, wanted to document and include the photos in his album, but this gave me a way to have the pictures in the album and not have to come up with additional embellishments to support the photos. So here you can see that I'm backing the back side of the photo that's going to go into the pocket behind the 2 main photos here. And since there was a hole in the back of the paper, that I used the orange paper to mat my photo, that I did want to cover that up. So if anybody pulls the photo out and looks at the back, that it didn't look funny with that hole punched out of the back. So, and really just one of the scraps that I cut off the edge, that I'm going to use that as my tab to pull the photo out of the pocket page. And that is what will stick up from beyond, behind the main photos, so you can pull that photo out from the pocket page. So here I am. I'm going to use my T-square ruler and get my paper strips lined up here, and just finishing adding those other 2. And as you can see, they're not even the same length. They are similar. But I do give a little different variation just to add some additional interest to the page there. So now I'm going to start working on my title. And now normally I do try and put my letters on a piece of plastic acetate, but for some reason this time I did decide to just go ahead and start sticking them directly on to my layout. I did start on the right hand side, And before I started sticking everything down, I did want to try and stick with this purpley color. And so um, I did go through and make sure I had all the letters I needed. I did have to use some variations of the same color. So it is this purpley color. There's two different colors on two different alphabet sets. And I had to use, well, I needed 4 A's, and I had 0 A's in that color. So, ironically enough, I had 4 V's. So, I did turn those upside down, and really they read as an A. And if I wanted to, I could go back in and put the cross in the middle there to make it look more like an A if I wanted to. But I am actually good with how it is as is. So, I did have this other glittery set that had an @ sign that I used in the middle. And that completes my title there. So it's just Hat Day at Daycare. And then finally, the last step is I'm going to go through my stash of enamel dots and add those around as well. And so I did have some orange, some green, and that dark bluish purpley color. And so I add those in 3 different areas to get my visual triangle. And then that is pretty much going to wrap things up on this layout. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave those down below. I will have a link to the playlist below if you want to follow along with everybody else that is playing along. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a like and subscribe if you like what you see, I would love to have you come back and watch more videos. So thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Bye.